Hello there. Lieutenant Jek Antilles here, reporting for duty. On my brand new starship, about to go rescue a senator who's been kidnapped.
Calling Coruscant Spaceport Authority. Request permission to depart.
You are clear for departure. Have a pleasant flight.
That was easy. Alright. We're on our way to Port Raga.
I reviewed your service record before that ZR-57 op. Been meaning to discuss it with you. You made quite an impression at the Academy. Accelerated training programs, instructor recommendations. Graduated top of your class. Heck of a transcript. But a classroom's no substitute for field experience.
You saw how I handled things on Ord Mantell. I know what I'm doing.
Taking on that SEP army single-handedly showed guts, not leadership. When
That's
I
fair.
signed on with the Deadeyes, my CO was Lieutenant Vorn. Certified war hero, as decorated as they come. When he gave an order, we trusted it, followed it to the letter. A squad needs that kind of commitment to operate effectively.
You're saying you don't trust me?
I'm saying trust requires more than a slick new promotion. Havoc Squad is the Republic's most elite outfit. We tackle the missions no one else can handle.
Not impressed
Traitor
by a
or
promotion,
no,
Sergeant?
Tavis is a tough act to follow. You think you're up to it?
My record speaks for itself.
I'll admit, you've seen and done more than most soldiers your age. You've got confidence and plenty of raw talent. Maybe you'll pull this off.
I can appreciate Jorgen. He is definitely like holding me at arm's length until he's sure that I can, handle myself and everything. But he does have he does recognize the potential and he's willing to give it a try. I can appreciate where Jorgen's coming from because yes, I am relatively untested in his eyes. But Jek Antilles does have a long military career. He's been a soldier locally on Corellia long before he joined up with the Republic. And I'm just going to headcanon that Eric Jorgen doesn't have access to those records, so all he sees is the Republic rap sheet. Which I guess makes sense. Regardless, Jek Antilles is no stranger to fucking shit up. Port Raga. It's a backwater trading and refueling station that caters to all business, legal or otherwise. Ship traffic appears to be much lighter than usual, and it's deep in the heart of Hutt space. Let's go. Alright, let's see how the BT-7 Thunderclap handles hyperspace. Like a glove. I don't like that I can't see out the windows, though. I have to jump. Oh well. Let's get down there.
Well, if it isn't the man himself, I was hoping Garza would send you to handle this one.
I'd have preferred getting together somewhere a bit more private than a hostage situation. But this will just have to do.
Give me a sit rep, Sergeant.
Let's start with the accommodations. Port Raga is privately owned and officially neutral, but Wraith and her pals have taken over behind the scenes. My boys and I managed to tweak the sensors and keep your landing inconspicuous. But as soon as you step out of this hangar, it's party time.
Do you know where Kresul is being held?
We do. But there's some bad news on that front. Wraith has Kresul locked up in a hangar at the other end of the station. There's heavy security plus a big bonus. Explosives. Not enough bang to trash the station, of course. But plenty to ruin your day if you're in that hangar when they blow. Play it careful in there.
Are you bringing your team in with us, Sergeant?
I'd love to, but Garza's orders were pretty clear. Havoc goes in alone. We'll get your back if things go bad, though.
That's fine. We can handle
I'd
it.
say it's time to get out there and get our senator back. What do you say?
Now you'll see how Havoc Squad gets things done.
I'm looking forward to it. See you on the other side, Lieutenant.
Jorgen
Good luck.
disapproves. He hates fun. Jorgen's like, I specifically told you that I don't do banter. How dare you? Alright, there's a Republic senator in here who needs our help. And a Wraith lurking around a corner. With a sniper, no doubt. Let's go loud. For the Republic!
You're done.
Imperial Commandos. Treacherous Republic soldier. What? Alright. There's one thing I hate, it's a traitor. Come on, Jorgen. This just got real. Oh, you fools! You think you can just defect to the Empire? Let me tell you something. Commander Tavis was a badass. That's the only reason he pulled it off. Y'all are not Commander Tavis. You're just idiots, and you're gonna die. Yeah, the defection of Havoc Squad has really been a massive blow to morale here for the Republic. We've got so many defectors now. Ugh. Alright, here's the Senator. He's strapped to some kind of a device on that chair. I don't think I can just grab him. Alright.
Chalk up another kill.
Perimeter secure. Found the Senator.
Who the... Oh, you. I should have known Garza would try to keep all of this inside her twisted little family.
Excuse me?
Well, don't just stand there.
That's a fine how do you
know how to
do.
defuse bombs, don't you? Ray said they'll explode if I leave the room. She has a remote detonator, too, so be quick.
Can you tell me what she's planning?
That traitor was going to force me to go on record, saying the Senate officially abandoned Havoc Squad on Endoprime.
I wouldn't mind knowing why you abandoned Havoc myself.
Havoc abandoned us. They invaded Endoprime and incited a massive armed response from the Empire. Do you realize what will happen if this situation goes public?
Wait, they
Senate
invaded
will be a
Endoprime
firestorm.
without Republic
All
consent?
of our judgments publicly called into question, and General Garza and Spec Force Division would be the first to burn.
That's interesting.
This is the Senate's fault, not Spec Forces.
The Senate has done its duty. Garza's recklessness would reignite a war that the Republic cannot win. I'll admit, I'd like to see the look on that traitor's face when all of her bombs suddenly shut down. To watch that coward scurry away into the shadows when she realizes that her plans have failed would be priceless.
Rescuing you will reveal my presence to Wraith.
Surely Wraith's remote will tell her if the bombs are no longer working. Then she'll flee like the coward she is.
These bombs need to stay active until I kill Wraith.
Fool! She will detonate these bombs the moment she sees you. I'll be killed!
This is a moral dilemma for sure, because I really want to capture Wraith, but I can't knowingly let the Senator just get blown up. That's definitely not going to look good.
Letting you die is tempting, but I'll resist.
How very kind of you. Now get to work on those bombs.
Damn, okay, fine. Let's see, what are we working with here? It's got a big glowy scary thing and a switch, and it's connected to these canisters of what's... At least it's not isotope 5, man. It could be worse. Like, honestly, could be a lot worse. The bomb is armed with redundant triggering mechanisms, including a weight sensor on the Senator's chair, an antenna for remote detonation, and a heated gas switch. Alright. Time to defuse a bomb. Any of the triggers can detonate the bomb, and they all seem resistant to tampering. However, if the room's atmospheric controls could be used to create a temporary vacuum, the gas switch might fail without causing detonation. Okay, but what about the Senator? He needs something to breathe. Are we doing this? Okay. Activating atmospheric controls. Let's just flush the room. Alright, the chamber's now sealed. Jorgen, you might want to hold your breath. Senator, I'm going to need you to stay really still for this next part. Okay. Now the pressure sensor. Whew, we did it. Okay. All right. Jorgen, you mind? You're kind of up in my business. There you go.
Is it safe now? Are all of the bombs shut down?
I don't know about safe, but the bombs are disabled.
You know that's what I meant. I'm not a fool. Get on with it, Lieutenant. We still got to get out of this disgusting place. Go on, lead the way.
I mean, we're not just leaving. We got to... Well, no, because Wraith is just going to leave, right? We kind of made our decision to defuse the bombs, and that kind of means that Wraith's not going to stick around. Go loud! Go under attack! Man, you're pretty jacked for a senator, actually. You should be good in this fight.
Well, look what we've got here, boys. Welcome to safety, Senator.
Who in the blazes are you? Mercenaries? This is ridiculous.
This fucking guy.
Oh, yeah. General
He's highly
Garza hires
outraged
mercs
by
to rescue
everything.
Republic senators all the time.
These people are spec force troops in disguise, sir.
Fantastic. Now I almost wish they were mercenaries.
So, you rescued our charming friend here, obviously. Nice work. Any luck taking down Wraith?
Rescuing the senator tipped her off. She ran for it.
Huh. Not sure you got a fair trade on that one, buddy.
Wraith must be even better than they say. We were watching every inch of this place. Nobody saw her leave.
Is someone going to get me a ship to Coruscant anytime soon?
Oh, don't worry, your honorable eminent senatorness. You're catching a ride with us.
I owe you big time, Jaxo.
I'm sure we'll think of some way for you to make it up to me. Besides, we're gonna have a fun time together, aren't we, Senator?
Yes, delightful.
Hey, I know you need to contact Garza and report in, but you should come back to my place on Coruscant sometime soon. We'll have a little victory celebration, just the two of us. What do you say?
Not going to happen, Sergeant.
Ah, you're no fun. Suit yourself.
Just shut her down hard. I'm out of your league, Jaxo. Sorry. To the hollow terminal. Let's leave this accursed station. Not gonna happen, Sergeant. I love that he said it with, like, a smile on his face, too. And we're off.
Providing you with the highest level of service is my greatest pleasure, Master. And I am not just programmed to say that.
Thanks.
Lieutenant, I was just speaking with Sergeant Jaxo. Congratulations. Saving Senator Krazel will certainly help our affairs with the Senate. We needed someone to owe us a favor. Well done.
I'm not sure Krasul will be taking our side on anything.
In the end, he will remember who saved his life, and that's very important for us.
I hope you're right.
You're in the field, Lieutenant. You see how far the Empire is reaching. A full attack isn't far off now. To keep the Empire's forces at bay, we need the Senate's support. We need allies.
I'm glad I could help out the cause.
Yes, you've done quite well in that regard. One thing, Lieutenant. I was disappointed to learn of Wraith's escape. She's
me
capable
too.
of causing great turmoil.
I'm suspicious about the manner of her escape. They said that they had eyes all over that place and no one saw her leave. I feel like she has some sort of, like, personal stealth or cloaking, like she disguised herself as someone on the team.
Catching Wraith would have meant leaving Krasul to die.
Then you probably made the best choice. The Senator is certainly more useful alive than dead. Now, our technicians have decoded the first two sets of data from the Coruscant relay. Your first two targets are Taris and Nar Shaddaa.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything beyond the destinations?
Not at this time, I'm afraid. I'll try to collect more intelligence and give you a fuller briefing when you arrive at each location. Good luck. Garza out.
All right. And with that, level 18. Aw, yeah. Okay, so we have 2 places to go. Taris and Nar Shaddaa. Nar Shaddaa obviously is one of my favorite planets in the game, but you know what? I think I'm going to save it this time. Let's go to Taris first. I don't think we've done that before. 2 possible hits on Wraith's location. Taris. Once a city world like Coruscant, 3 centuries ago it was bombarded by the Sith Lord Darth Malak and left a toxic ruin. See Knights of the Old Republic. The years have not been kind to Taris, as vegetation and animal life struggle to gain a foothold in the shattered skeleton of a planetary metropolis. Also, that's where the Raku plague comes from. It is a side effect of the radiation mutating within the bloodstream of things that survived on the planet of Taris after the bombardment. Alright, to Taris.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is General Garza. Do you copy?
I read you loud and clear, General.
I understand you've just landed on Taris. I've already contacted our local regimental commander, Colonel Gaff, to secure his support. Colonel Gaff doesn't know the specifics of your mission, only that he should assist you in every way possible. I'd like to keep it that way.
Need to know. Got it.
Do we know which of the Havoc traitors is hiding here?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to depend on local intelligence gathering to determine your target's identity and location. Taris is a dangerous and untamed wasteland. A Sith attack several centuries ago leveled every standing structure and virtually eradicated the local population. Where cities once rivaled Coruscant, only swamps and ruins remain. Reclaiming and rebuilding the planet has become an important symbolic goal for the Senate.
Can you give me any more intel on this area?
I see vague mention of infectious parasites. Apparently, Colonel Gaff works hard to withhold negative information about the reconstruction. That's all
Well, that's
I have
not
for you, Lieutenant.
really helpful.
Report in when your operation is complete.
Withholding negative information.
I'll contact you as soon as the job's done, General.
Here we go. Taris. Well, the spaceport seems pleasant enough. It's nice and clean in here. They got some trees. I expected to land in a wasteland, but no, this is a well-run spaceport. Oh, whoa.
Used to rival Coruscant? Blasted Sith must have laid down some serious ordnance.
Seriously. It's just a ruin now. It's just a massive ruin. I feel like the spaceport structure must have been more recently built. I really love the color palette that they went with Taris. You can almost feel it. It's like a really muggy, dry, kind of like jungly air. One of the coolest things they did in the Old Republic is giving you the chance to revisit Taris. The bombardment is such a huge part of KOTOR that, like, yeah, no, this is awesome. There he is.
Well, well. General Garza graces us with her finest. At ease. I'm Colonel Gaff. These are my senior officers. Your CO sent orders to do whatever is necessary to support your mission. Of course, she didn't see fit to tell me what that mission is. You care to enlighten me?
I can't discuss the details.
Typical. Forget the reconstruction of Taris. I gotta shift everything around and help with some top-secret mission nonsense.
That is correct.
Whatever Garza has you looking for, you won't find it on Taris. Nothing unusual has happened since I took command.
Patrol teams 3, 5, and 8. All lost, or without explanation.
You were
Sergeant
saying?
Dorn, I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the Lieutenant, per General Garza's instructions. Are
I like
you
her.
ordering me to violate Code 73B and ignore the General's directive, Colonel?
Always got a regulation to quote, don't you, Sergeant Dorn?
If the Sergeant has information, I'll take it.
The matter was settled days ago. Taris is dangerous. Casualties are common on patrol teams. It's unfortunate, but not unusual, no matter what Sergeant Dorn says. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a planet to run. Carry on with your secret mission. Just don't muck up anything important.
So we've got some uncooperative brass, huh?
Not all men are meant to lead.
The Colonel has his rank for a reason. We shouldn't question him.
Regulation 5.3 compels us to report all officer misconduct. The command structure must be effective. I'm Ilara Dawn, sir. Sergeant, First Class, Commander of Search and Rescue Squad 204. We have 3 full squads, all MIA on patrols. The situation is critical.
What makes you say that?
18 unexplained casualties over 2 weeks.
That is a lot.
Regulations call for a battalion-level investigation, but nothing has been done. Casualties are common on swamp patrols. Wreck ghoul attacks account for the majority, approximately 87%. However, SAR sweeps discovered no evidence of wreck ghoul activity.
They're being taken out by a Havoc Squad
Someone
traitor
else attacked
hiding in
those
the
teams.
swamps.
If you're looking for unusual activity, then this is it, sir.
I appreciate your help, Sergeant.
I included the last known coordinates for the MIA patrols in my official incident report, Lieutenant. I'll load it into your datapad for your review. Taris falls under unexplored, unsecured territory protocols. All armor cams transmit to SAR Command. I'll contact you with developments.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
That was interesting. I've had drill instructors more relaxed than that woman. Not to mention that accent.
She did have an Imperial accent, didn't she?
What do you mean? What's unusual about her accent?
The only people I've heard talk like that were Imperials. The Republic must have freed her homeworld in the war. Growing up Imp would explain a lot about her personality.
I'd say the Republic could use more officers like Dorn.
And I'd say there's a better use for a soldier's time than memorizing every single regulation in the books. Guess it's off to work then. I'll watch our backs.
I mean, sure, but the time's already been spent, you know? She's already done memorized it, so that makes her a superior soldier now to use that time on missions. She's got those regulations. Yeah, Sergeant Ilara Dorn certainly has her head screwed on her shoulders pretty tight. Soldiers are all weary and concerned. 18 casualties in 2 weeks? And they're chalking it up to just random rat ghoul attacks. I get it, but you know what? If I was a member of Havoc Squad that had turned traitor and was looking for somewhere to hide, that's totally what I'd do. I'd go post up in the swamp somewhere and take out any patrols that come through my area, knowing that they're going to get explained away as just being taken out by the rat ghouls. It's brilliant. But not brilliant enough. Because Jek Antilles is on his way. Power converters.
Those are power converters, Lieutenant. Old ones. Any theories on how they got to that location?
The people who attacked our patrols may have dropped them.
Possible. None of the other patrols logged similar discoveries. Power converters come from ignition systems, engine parts. It takes work to remove them. Someone dropped these converters. Either the patrol or their attackers. We need more information to determine which.
Guess I better find more information.
I'll remain in contact, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
Alright. See if we can't find patrol team number 5 somewhere. No, some more power crystals. And this time they're crawling with the rat ghouls. See if we can't safely approach them from the other side.
More power converters. According to the logs, this patrol followed an entirely different route. Either both patrols recovered the same engine parts from separate locations, or the converters were dropped in both areas by one group. The attackers.
I think we're on the right track, Sergeant.
A specialist MO7 science officer could examine the converters to determine their source. We have such an officer on staff. I will notify him while you search the last coordinates.
It would be nice to have something more substantial to go on.
More samples can only mean more intel. Good luck, Lieutenant.
Alright. Search continues. We're We've got another missing patrol. Patrol Team 8. Their last known coordinates were north of this position. And I swear if we find more power converters up there, then we're going to do what? Like try and triangulate where the attacks are coming from? I'm not quite sure I understand the strategy here, but... Okay. Now it's Walking Dead. Let's go. This area looks decidedly less abandoned than the rest of Taris. I feel like this area's been cleaned up a little bit. If these things are operational. What is going on? This is where the power converters are being taken. Oh, shit. Oh, it's an ambush.
You're done.
Whew.
Lieutenant, status report. Are you injured?
I'm good.
Everything is fully operational.
Good. There's much to do. Your attackers were scavengers. Threat assessment reports classify them as a non-combatant group.
Okay.
That
So they weren't...
classification is clearly inaccurate. I'll notify command.
Well, maybe it wasn't an ambush. Maybe they literally were here to scavenge and they stumbled upon us and it was bad timing, you know?
I need to know where these scavengers come from, their numbers and armaments.
Unknown, sir. Local intelligence felt they weren't worthy of investigation. Armed hostility
There's
against
that colonel
Republic
again.
personnel clearly justifies an immediate armed response, Lieutenant. It's your call.
Do we have any leads on the scavengers HQ?
Orbital scan has just managed to pinpoint the location of the scavengers' compound.
Nice.
I'll scramble up my team and prep them immediately. We'll effect entry to the compound once you've created an opening.
I'll see you on the other side, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant. Sergeant Dawn out.
Nice. Oh, look at this. We're starting to get disabling shot, medical probe, hail of bolts. I love getting new abilities. Looks like this is the place. Don't throw shit at me. Wounded soldier. Don't worry, buddy. We're gonna get you out of here somehow.
You're from the Republic. Watch out. There's a huge alien guarding us and...
A what?
There it is!
Ah! What the fuck is that? Is that a... I was about to say it's a Kenton Strider from the Jarek. Awesome. That's badass. In Book of Boba Fett, the gang that wipes out the Tuskens is called the Kenton Striders. Come on. Gotcha. All right, let's find the force field controls, disable this thing. There we go.
Who are you? You took that thing down easy.
Commanding Officer, Havoc Squad.
You're kidding. They actually sent Havoc Squad after us? I'm Ensign Tang,
Sure.
sir. It's a good thing you found us. The scavengers were gonna ship us off to some guy named Needles as soon as we healed up.
Oh shit, a lead.
Needles. As in Ryler Dorn, the Havoc Squad medic?
As in Rusty Venture,
I
yes
really
indeed.
don't know. Needles is all they ever called the guy. Figured it must be a code name, right?
Needles is a code name.
Well, guess you've heard of him then. Well, the scavengers also said...
Here they are. Cav, Gorin, cover
Nice.
the exit. Vice, Marco, Tabba, see to these men's wounds.
Oh, great. Sergeant Dorn's here to make sure we get stomped according to regulation.
Report,
Whatever,
Agent.
she's awesome.
Did you learn anything about the enemy?
Yes, sir. Sergeant, sir. As I was just telling the lieutenant here, we were captured for some guy named Needles. And get this, there are Imperials here, on Taris. They're working with this Needles guy in a hidden base out in the swamps.
These days, the imps are everywhere.
So, are you excited, Dorn? You finally have the chance to correct your old buddy's paperwork again.
That attitude's getting you nowhere fast.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. Sorry, sir.
Many of the local troops feel that my adherence to regulations is a result of my upbringing, Lieutenant. I was born Imperial. However, after 2 years' service in the Imperial military, I defected. Given my extensive knowledge and training, I was awarded this position under Service Code 37R.
Sergeant, you do not need to explain yourself, all right? He's an ensign, you're a sergeant. He can't talk to you that way, it's out of line. I am curious why you defected, though.
What made you change sides?
The Imperials regularly violated their own stated regulations and intentions without cause. I refused to participate. We can discuss non-mission critical issues later. My team and I will get these men back to base, Lieutenant. You proceed with your mission against Needles and his Imperial installation.
Is there anything you want me to pass on to your old friends, Dorn?
We have our separate duties, Lieutenant. I'll leave you to yours.
See, I can refer a little bit about defecting because I'm a lieutenant. But you're an ensign, Tane. I won't hear it from you, sir. You're dismissed. Alara Dorn is awesome. No, she's totally like a soldier with high-functioning autism who's just like memorized every regulation that exists and couldn't handle the fact that the Imperials were breaking their own regulations. Like, that's such a great reason to defect. Also, the hypocrisy is not lost on me that, you know, we're here saying what scum Havoc Squad are for defecting to the other side and yet celebrating Alara Dorn for doing the exact same thing just because it happens to suit our purposes. But, you know, that's war, right? It's just a series of justifications for morally bleak things. Alright, let's go investigate this research bunker. Needles is the medical member of the group, right? He's like the doctor. I'm not sure if he has a head for tactics and strategy, and it might be easier to catch him. What? Targets eliminated. Alright, here's the Imperial database. Let's find out what the Imperials are doing here.
Looking for Needles, are you? I'm afraid he's long gone, my friend.
Let's see those hands nice and slow.
Don't worry. I won't give you any trouble. I wouldn't stand a chance fighting you. So, I won't. Instead, let me make a suggestion. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Needles. But in exchange, you have to let me go.
You're in no position to bargain.
No. I'm in no position to fight. I'm in an excellent position to bargain. I have information you need. It's as straightforward as that. It's simple. Let me live, and I will tell you everything. Kill me, and you'll learn nothing.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is Sergeant Dorn. Do not trust this man. I served with him in the Empire. His name is Taris.
What? Who's that? Who are you talking to? Dawn, is that you?
Taris is a mass murderer, Lieutenant. A war criminal.
mass murderer, huh?
During my time in Imperial service, Taris ordered the executions of hundreds of civilian non-combatants and full-scale bombings of unarmed populations.
Oh, damn.
Furthermore, these actions were committed in circumvention of direct orders from Imperial command.
I'm a soldier. I do what I must to achieve my objectives, just like you, Lieutenant.
I don't kill civilians, you imp scum.
Please, listen. I'll tell you everything. Everything I know.
That's more like it.
Needles is doing experiments on the rat ghouls. He wants to understand the disease, to turn it into a weapon. He left here a few hours ago. He said he was visiting some friends in the ruptured sewer system to get more samples.
Keep going. What else can you tell me?
That's everything. That's all I know. I've given you what you wanted. Now what about me?
You are under arrest.
You know better than I would, Sergeant. What should I do here?
I respectfully suggest you discharge your weapon into Thoris's skull, Lieutenant.
Damn.
No! This isn't fair.
I don't have an option to take him into custody as a war criminal? Fair enough.
The discussion ends now.
I'll meet you back in the SAR office, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
No!
Well, that felt kind of dirty. Alara Dorn is herself a former Imperial. So I feel like that right there was the end of an Imperial storyline between the two of them that I have no part in. And she's with us now, and I trust her, so... You know, I really shouldn't even be surprised that Needles is out here experimenting with the rat ghoul plague. Thinking back to Ord Mantell and how he described the radiation on those poor farmers and how it was ripping their bodies apart, he was, like, gleeful about it, you know? Even before the defection, I knew there was something up with that guy. And Sergeant Dorn is shown that, you know, she still has that Imperial coldness to her. Even though she serves the Republic now. She had no qualms about discharging the weapon right into that guy's skull, as she said.
Good work with Thoris, Lieutenant. War criminals do not deserve the opportunity to strike deals.
I do agree.
Lab results confirmed Thoris's account. Needles has almost completed a weaponized strain of rat ghoul disease. However, the data makes no mention of Needles' friends in the ruins of the transport system.
Needles probably has another whole outpost loaded with imps out there.
Unlikely. Thoris would have been aware of another Imperial team operating so close by.
Unless they're Imperial
Available
intelligence
doesn't show any populations in the ruins of the transport system, but scans of the area have been cursory at best. Rat ghouls infest the area, making scouting by foot inordinately difficult. However, one traversable route has been located.
I don't see how that helps.
If the route we've located is the only one available, then the odds are good that you'll find Needles somewhere in the area.
I get it.
I apologize for the lack of intelligence, Lieutenant. This ruined transport station is our only lead to Needles' location. I would encourage you to stock up on supplies and munitions before entering the area. Good luck.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, here we go. Oh god, this place is creepy. Can't get through. Alright. Get them! Get off of me! Look at this big shaft of light coming down. I really like the design of these levels. It's very atmospheric and creepy. Imperials. These must be the ones guarding Needles and his team. We're getting closer. Oh, there he is.
So congratulations to you, Ensign Sarvin, on your noble sacrifice.
It's all right. No, wait, sir, no.
Oh, God. That was pretty sweet, though.
Exquisite. I'll be requiring more rat ghouls for my work, Borzoth.
We already gave you the rat ghouls you asked for.
Whoa.
When will you do as we asked?
Look at him. He's already got like a little Imperial doctor uniform now.
As soon as the weapon is completed. With it, we will decimate the Republic outpost.
I smell an intruder.
So you do. Sergeant, is that really you?
I've moved up in the world since you last saw me.
So I see. You've slaughtered enough Republic enemies to be rewarded, then. Well done. I see you aren't alone. You brought that pathetic worm all the way from Ord Mantell, just to die along with you.
Talk all you want, Doran. You're not getting out of here alive.
Your timing is impeccable. Just as I find myself with plenty of pathogen but no more test subjects, you arrive. The transformation will hurt at first, but that's merely your organs rupturing and realigning. It's all over quickly, I assure you.
It's nice of you to offer, but I think I'll pass.
Struggle if you must, then, but you'll wish you hadn't made it so hard on yourself. Vorzoth, please assist me in subduing our newest volunteer.
With pleasure.
This battle isn't won yet.
Take them.
One shot.
And just like that, Needles is out. We can cross one traitor off the list.
Looks like more samples of Needle's weaponized rat ghoul disease. What should we do with them?
What do you think we should do?
Well, can't hurt to take a few samples back so Research Division could take a look at them. I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
We'll take the samples back with us, then.
Just be careful with those things. I'd say it's about time we got out of here, Lieutenant.
I guess that
I'll
would be
follow your
dark
lead.
side, yeah. That makes sense. We should have destroyed him. That's probably what the responsible thing to do would be. But now they exist, and you know the decision to destroy them can still be made up at the top once we turn them into General Garza. And just like that, Needles is no longer a problem. You know, I'd be very interested to see a showdown between his rat ghoul man that was running point and Dr. Loken from the Agent story.
Welcome back, Lieutenant. Congratulations on the success of your mission.
Thank you.
I couldn't have pulled off this mission without you, Sergeant.
I was only following orders, Lieutenant. General Garza attempted to contact you a few moments ago. I took the liberty of briefing her on your mission status.
Thank you very much.
The General requested that you contact her before departing Taris. The holocom in the next room has been prepared for your use.
Did she tell you why she wanted to talk to me?
The General did not inform me of her intentions. Congratulations once again, Lieutenant.
I like the way she says lieutenant. Alright, let's go find out what Garza wants and presumably get yelled at.
Ah, greetings, Lieutenant. I understand congratulations are in order.
Needles is neutralized, General.
You've done very well. Needles was a brilliant man. Taking him down was no small feat. I haven't informed Cardin yet, but I doubt he'll be upset. He and Needles never did see eye to eye.
Are you sure? Because he said that if we harm even a single member of the team, we'd lose his cooperation.
I thought Cardin was close to everyone in Havoc.
Yes, but Needles less so than the others. Purely different ideologies, those two. And yet, Tavis never had any problems with Needles. Perhaps that should have been my first warning. And there's something else, Lieutenant. Tell me, what do you think of Sergeant Dorn?
Sergeant Dorn helped me when no one else would, General.
Yes, your reception on Taris wasn't ideal. I'm glad you managed to find the one useful officer in the entire outpost. I looked over her service record. Impressive stuff, I must say.
Oh, is she gonna join up?
Were you aware that Dorn served with the Imperial military for almost 2 years, Lieutenant?
She told me she grew up in the Empire.
Yes, the accent is a dead giveaway. Pure Droman Kos. Sergeant Dorn earned more commendations in her 2 years of Imperial service than most soldiers earn in 10. Since joining the Republic, she's earned 2 Medals of Valor, both for rescuing wounded soldiers under fire in enemy territory. This woman has led an exceptional career.
Someone with Sergeant Dorn's skills would make a great addition to my squad.
I agree. Sergeant Dorn is Havoc squad material without question. It's settled then. Congratulations, Lieutenant. You're halfway to a full squad.
Hey.
I'll contact Colonel Gaff to notify him about the transfer. You should go and inform Sergeant Dorn yourself, Lieutenant. Contact me from your ship when you've finished. Garza out.
I'm sure Colonel Gaff will be thrilled. He was like, she was such a pain in the ass for him on the base. I got all of that just from their one meeting. Like, he's sick to death of her. So, this is a win-win for everybody. And she'll be put to much better use on Havoc Squad than she is being here on Taris.
Lieutenant, sir? Is there something else I can do for you?
Go pack your gear. You're with me now.
A transfer into Havoc Squad? Lieutenant, this is the greatest honor of my career. I'm speechless.
Don't get too excited, Sergeant. It's not as impressive as it's made out to be.
Sergeant Dawn, reporting for duty, Lieutenant. I'll prepare my Regulation 6 personnel transfer documents at once.
Assemble your kit and embark on my ship, double time.
I'll gather my personal effects and meet you on board your ship, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Hell yeah. That's just what Havoc Squad needs, you know? A super competent officer. Someone who's got all the regulations down. Especially since they've made it clear that, like, the Senate's going to be breathing down our necks for a lot of our missions. Having someone with, like, a really concise grasp of all the regulations and protocols is going to help save our asses, probably. And we're off. Taris was fun and a little bit creepy, but always worthwhile, and we've added an extra member to our Havoc Squad. God, Taris is such a cool, creepy, dead world. I wonder if Coruscant's ever going to look like Taris, you know? Kind of did in the Yuzhan Vong era in the New Jedi Order series.
I took the liberty of dusting your quarters, Master. Your respiratory health is one of my top priorities.
You already did that, but I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Lieutenant, I assume Sergeant Dorn took the news well?
Sergeant Dorn is honored to be in Havoc Squad.
Excellent. We'll have the squad fully restaffed in no time. One other detail. Were you able to retrieve a sample of the weaponized rat ghoul disease that Needles was developing?
I'd hate to think of the Republic using it on anyone.
Research purposes only, I assure you. Just leave it in the secured case beneath the holocommunicator. I'll see it reaches the right people. That's all for now, Lieutenant. Congratulations once again. Garza out.
Alright. Level 22, and Alara Dorn has joined us as a companion. Awesome. Well, with Needles gone, we're one step closer to eliminating the traitorous former Havoc Squad members. Considering how fast he was able to embed himself with the Empire and had like a full platoon of troops there to support him with his rat ghoul dealings. I'm sure we're going to have similar Imperial resistance backing up all the other ones too. Tavis, Wraith, everybody. In the meantime, I think I'm going to leave it here, and we'll be heading to Nar Shaddaa next week. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Playing the Trooper class along with me. I'm really enjoying the story. We'll catch you in the next one. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Goodbye.